Hey guys. Um, so a couple of months ago, I posted a video, the mega video, uh, Lego Ninjago, weirdly more misogynistic than you remember, I think is what the title ended up being. Just as some context, that video started out as a 10-page college essay, um, which I expanded on and tinkered with over the next year or two about my thoughts on the show, but as an example of action shows that try and incorporate women into their plots and want to have them be empowered and strong, but ultimately fail at that task because of these tropes and hallmarks of the genre that have been there forever and inevitably find their way back into the content. So that was my idea, and I put it out and I was feeling good about it. But the more feedback I got, the more people I talked to, there were just ultimately, I think I was wrong. Not that the whole video is invalid necessarily, but I think the overall point, the observation that I was trying to get it doesn't, it's not, it's just wrong. And it's hard for me to explain. I instead of me trying to explain it, let me just read you some of the comments that started to shift things for me, because that'll hopefully explain it better. So like this first one, this user said, "Hold up. Did you ever think about this? It's a kids show about some Legos with powers." And the thing is, like, I didn't think about that. Like a whole year and a half of development, and I don't think I ever once thought, like, hey, this is a Lego show. I mean, like, how did I miss that? Like, they're Legos. Legos can't be sexist, especially when they have powers. And see, that's a starting point, but let me read you some more so hopefully you can see the shift that I had to make. There's a couple comments like this, like, it's not that deep, pal. It's a kids show. It's not that serious. Bro, it's a Lego show for 7-year-olds. It ain't that deep. Like, duh. I feel dumb now. Like, famously, in film theory, you're not supposed to analyze content that's meant for children because children are so resilient to all types of media. You can show them anything and it won't affect them in any way. So it's not worth analyzing children's media in any sort of analytical matter. Like, this is film theory 101. And then there's also like that rule that about like subtext, but subtext doesn't exist if your audience is 7-year-olds, right? Like, that's, I think probably, is that Bazan who said that? You see where I'm coming? I'll read you another one. So this user says, "I couldn't get through a minute of this. They are plastic from 2011 limo." And like, obviously, I don't know how I didn't like put it together that the show was released in 2011, right? And this year is 2024. Like, the show has been off the air for many year now. And like, so like the show was released in the past and we're not in the past anymore. So it's like you can't analyze things that were released in the past, obviously. And just circling back to the whole plastic thing, like little known fact, if your characters are based off of plastic, they become infinitely harder to criticize. I mean, that's one of the reasons the Toy Story franchise is done so well. And let's see, I mean, there were a lot of good ones. This first user says, did you really make a 4-hour video complaining about a cartoon for kids? And then this second comment says, 3-minute intro, bro, stop yapping. And it's like, I don't know how I came in with this hubris about the whole thing. I mean, taking 4 hours? 4 hours to explain and dissect a show with mere, like, days worth of content? Like, obviously, that's way too much. Like, it's not like you would want to take your time when you're dissecting, like, especially something that's nuanced, where some things are good and some things are bad. That's gonna take less time to dissect. I don't know what I was thinking, taking a whole 3 minutes to set up 4 hours of content. Like, that's almost 1 minute per hour. That's insane. So it's just stuff like that. Do you see where I'm coming from now? I'll try another one. This user says, it's a boy show for a reason. If you come to complain, go watch Lego Friends. So it's like only people that a piece of media is meant for can comment on the media. Famously, right? You don't ever want outside perspectives. Those are, I mean, rarely valuable in any sort of analysis. And just like at a core level, it's a boys show, right? So why would they care if their female characters are, you know, something as pretentious as well written or interesting to watch, not a waste of screen time? Like, that's girl stuff. We don't want girl stuff in our boy show. Anyway, so hopefully this helps explain my change of mindset here. I'm gonna end off with this one comment that I think really solidifies all the points that really helped change my perspective here. So this user says, there is literally nothing wrong with Ninjago. And I mean, like, what do you even add to that, right? I'm sitting here right now trying to think of anything wrong with the show. I can't. There's nothing you could possibly criticize because it is perfect. Like, I don't even know why I have this whole channel, right? Because it's like, there's nothing to add to the discussion except it's flawless. Like, what am I supposed to talk about now? Because I gotta shift away from Ninjago, right? So, tune in next time for in-depth analysis of the 2017 DuckTales reboot, I guess. Stay hydrated. I'm gonna read you one last comment.